Virgo, the clock has started. From May 21st to May 24th, the universe isn't whispering anymore. It's roaring with a divine warning. This is not astrology as usual. This is your final spiritual exam. A sacred timeline is unfolding, and within it, 3 traps, 3 spiritual landmines are hidden in plain sight. If you step into them without awareness, you could lose everything: your divine alignment, your inner peace, and the future you've been manifesting for years. This isn't just about missing a sign, it's about delaying your destiny for another cycle. But there's a flip side, a powerful one, because if you recognize these traps, if you stay alert, grounded, and true to your soul's mission, you will unlock the next level of your spiritual path, the one filled with abundance, clarity, and unshakable purpose. You weren't called to this video by accident. You're here because your higher self is ready to pass the test, ready to walk through the portal, ready to claim everything you were born to receive. So before we go deeper, pause, breathe, and prepare. Because what I'm about to reveal could save you from repeating years of karmic struggle. Subscribe now and stay until the very end, because Virgo, this message is not just a video, it's a spiritual lifeline. Comment below right now. I'm ready for the test. I choose my destiny. Let's begin. Virgo. Let's slow down for a moment and peel back the veil, because what's happening between May 21st and May 24th? It's not ordinary. It's not just a rough week. It's a cosmic pressure point that's been building for lifetimes. Yes, lifetimes, long before you were born into this version of yourself. Your soul made a decision, a vow, a sacred contract with the universe, and now that contract is being activated. The planetary alignment is not a coincidence, it's a divine setup, a spiritual checkpoint. The sun is shining light on the shadows you've buried, old fears, old insecurities, habits you thought were gone but still live in your energy. The moon is pulling them to the surface, especially around emotions, relationships, and the patterns you silently repeat when no one's watching. And then there's Saturn, the teacher, the karmic examiner, the one who says, "Show me what you've learned. Prove that you're ready for the life you've been praying for." Virgo, you're not being punished, you're being positioned for something greater. But you must understand this: the universe never gives promotion without pressure. Growth without resistance is just a fantasy. This 4-day window is your spiritual gym. It's where you're being stretched, tested, refined, not to break you, but to shape you into the version of yourself that can hold more power, more love, and more purpose. This is elevation through initiation. Everything you've been feeling lately, the unease, the dreams, the random emotional triggers. They're not random, they're messages. They're nudges from your higher self saying, "Hey, wake up, pay attention, the moment is here." The real question is, are you still attached to who you used to be? The version of you that played small, doubted themselves, and feared the unknown? Or are you ready to rise into who you've been becoming? The leader, the healer, the divine vessel of light you truly are? Because between May 21st and May 24th, the door opens. But it does not stay open forever. The universe is giving you a shot, a rare opportunity to break cycles, close karmic loops, and finally move forward in power. But only if you're ready. This isn't about astrology, it's about your soul's alignment. It's about remembering what you came here to do, and boldly stepping into that mission. So ask yourself, what have you been clinging to that no longer belongs in your next chapter? And what will it cost you if you don't let go now? This is your moment, Virgo. Make it count. Virgo, brace yourself, because between May 21st and May 24th, something or someone is going to test you. And I don't mean lightly, I mean a direct emotional hit. A trigger so sharp, so sudden, it will shake your inner foundation. It could be a person from your past, a sudden argument, a harsh word, a broken promise, even a text that sends your heart racing and your mind spiraling. You'll feel it in your chest, that rush of heat, that urge to lash out, to prove a point, to walk away. But listen closely, Virgo. This is trap number 1, the emotional reaction test. And it's been designed to pull you backward into a version of yourself you already outgrew. This trap isn't just emotional, it's karmic, because every time you react from rage, from fear, from ego, you feed an old timeline. You give your power away. You repeat cycles you came here to break. But here's what the universe is really asking you. Can you be in the middle of the storm and still choose silence over chaos? Can you feel the fire and still choose peace over explosion? That's emotional mastery, and this is your test. The higher your calling, the deeper your triggers, and right now, Virgo, your higher self is watching. Do not let temporary emotions destroy permanent progress. Do not let an energy vampire hijack your spiritual elevation. Because if you react like you always did, you'll recreate what you always had. But if you reflect, if you pause, breathe and observe instead of absorb, you will open the path to freedom. That's how you win. That's how you upgrade timelines. So when it happens, and it will happen, do this. Pause, don't take the bait, say nothing until you're anchored in your power. Let your silence speak louder than your words ever could, because those who try to provoke you during this portal are not enemies. They are spiritual actors sent to test your growth, to see if you've really evolved, or if your wounds still run the show. Comment below now if you're ready to pass this part of the test. I choose peace over reaction. This isn't weakness, Virgo. This is warrior-level discipline. And if you pass it, the universe will reward you with something so much better than validation. It will reward you with alignment. Are you ready? Virgo, this trap is quiet. It doesn't attack you loudly, it seduces you softly. Between May 22nd and May 23rd, you will feel a strange pull, a craving for the familiar, a sudden urge to return to something or someone that once made you feel safe. It might be an old relationship that still haunts your heart, a habit you thought you quit, but miss when you're stressed, a comfort zone that kept you hidden from failure, but also from greatness. This moment will feel like a choice, but it's actually a test. Trap number 2 is the false comfort loop, and this one, it's a master illusion. It tells you, go back. It's easier there. Why start over? Just stay where it's safe. You've changed enough. Rest now. That's your survival brain talking, but your soul is on fire, and it's screaming, no, we didn't survive all that pain, just to retreat when the breakthrough is this close. You see, Virgo, comfort isn't always kind. Sometimes it's the cage that keeps you stuck in a smaller destiny, and this trap is sneaky because it doesn't feel wrong. It feels cozy. It feels nostalgic. It feels like home. But ask yourself, was it ever really home, or just a place you learned to survive? You didn't come this far to settle. You didn't fight through years of growth and healing just to return to what almost broke you. This decision window, May 22nd and May 23rd, is your moment of choice. Will you climb or crawl back? Will you evolve or repeat? This is not the time to look back, because the past is done teaching you. The lessons are over. And now it's about applying what you've learned. The loop only ends when you stop stepping into it. This moment requires faith, not in the world, not in other people, but in yourself. May 22nd and May 23rd are not just dates, they are your spiritual fork in the road. One path is familiar, the other is your future. Comment below right now and anchor your decision. I release the past. I choose growth. Because the version of you that you're becoming, they're waiting on the other side of this choice. Don't make them wait any longer. Virgo, this trap is the most dangerous of them all because it doesn't look like a trap. It looks like nothing, no drama, no chaos, just silence. But beneath that silence, the universe is screaming with signs. And between May 21st and May 24th, those signs will intensify. You'll start seeing them, repeating numbers like 111, 222, 333, each with a coded message from your guides. Strange, vivid dreams. Not random, but spiritual downloads. Words people say that feel too specific to be a coincidence, because they aren't. And waves of emotion that come out of nowhere, pulling you to pause, reflect, and listen. These are not just weird moments, they are calls to action. They are spiritual nudges from your higher self, angels and ancestors saying, look here. Something important is unfolding, pay attention. Trap number 3 is ignoring the signs, and this one? It's silent. It creeps in when you're too busy, too distracted, too consumed by scrolling or stressing, and suddenly you miss your moment. This trap doesn't attack your mind, it dulls your intuition, it makes you second-guess your gut, dismiss your knowing, ignore that feeling in your chest that says, something's happening. Virgo, during these 4 sacred days, you must be present, because the universe is speaking, loudly, clearly, constantly, but only to those who are listening. And here's the truth most won't tell you. Signs don't come when you demand them. They come when you're aligned enough to receive them. So if you're running on autopilot, if your energy is scattered, if your heart is closed off, you'll walk right past the very sign that was meant to change your life. But if you slow down, if you ground yourself, if you trust the goosebumps, the dreams, the angel numbers, the sudden tears, you will catch a glimpse of divine instruction. A spiritual breadcrumb that leads you exactly where you're meant to go. Don't ignore it this time. Don't ask for signs and then sleep through them when they arrive. Your intuition already knows the next step. The only question is, will you listen? Comment right now and declare it out loud to the universe. I am open to signs. I am ready to receive. Because this test doesn't just check your logic, it checks your spiritual sensitivity, and if you pass it, you'll see the pieces come together like magic, because they were always trying to gear. You just had to notice. Virgo, this is it. Not next week, not next year. Right now, between May 21st and May 24th, your soul is standing at the threshold of transformation. This is more than a message. It's a moment of divine alignment. Everything you've been asking for, everything you've prayed over, cried for, journaled about in the quiet of night, it's on the table now, and the universe is watching. Are you truly ready? Will you pass this final test? Because that's what this is. Not punishment, not chaos, but positioning. You are being evaluated for your next level, your next timeline, your higher purpose, your soul's mission. But to cross that line, you must prove one thing, that you're not going to fold back into fear, that you won't abandon yourself when it matters most. Virgo, hear this loud and clear. If you react emotionally, you give your power to the past. If you run back to old comforts, you delay your divine assignment. If you ignore the signs, you'll miss the doorway the universe opened just for you. But if you hold steady, if you choose silence over screaming, if you lean into growth, even when it hurts, if you stay present and trust your intuition, then the universe will move mountains to align your next chapter. You'll rise, you'll evolve, you'll become the version of yourself that your future is begging for. This test was never about proving something to others. It's about proving something to yourself. That you're done with old cycles, that you're done with dimming your light, that you're ready to stop surviving and start ascending. And the truth is, you already know what to do. The path has already been shown to you. in your dreams, your signs, your emotions, your instincts. Now all that's left is choice. Do you repeat the old pattern, or do you finally break it once and for all? Subscribe and tap the bell, because this isn't the end of your guidance. More messages are coming, more signs, more truth. But this portal, it's closing fast. So Virgo, say it with your full heart. Comment below right now. I see the test, I will pass, I choose my destiny. Let the universe feel your vibration. Let your higher self know you're ready. And let the future unfold in your favor, because you passed the test. The door is open. Now walk through it.